Hey guys, what's up? It's Meredith. Welcome back to my channel and to part 2 of this series that I have titled Staying Strong While Fighting Cancer. And if you have not watched part 1 of this series, I will link that video in the description box below, so go check it out. And without further ado, let's jump into this video. So in part 2 of this series, today I really wanted to talk specifically about my treatment, what that is, and what specific side effects I have had, and my personal experience while being on this treatment and how that relates again to this training for my 10K trail race. So let me just start by saying, I think every single person that has gone through immunotherapy treatment has experienced different side effects. You can be on the exact same treatment regimen as someone else, and it just affects every single person differently because every single person is different. With that being said, this is just my personal experience. And yes, there are some side effects that are more common than others, but then I think every single person experiences these more rare side effects that are more specific to them. And it's normal for you to experience not so normal side effects. I'm just going to throw that out there because when I first started experiencing some of the more rare side effects, I thought that something's wrong with me. That means that I'm not maybe as healthy as someone else that doesn't experience these side effects, but it really has nothing to do with that. It really is just everybody's different. Everybody is different. So let me just explain first what my specific treatment is. I started with doing 2 different immunotherapy drugs simultaneously, and I would do those 2 drugs through an IV every 3 weeks. And I was supposed to have 4 treatments with those 2 drugs together. And those 2 drugs were Yervoy and Opdivo. When I started my treatment, I was told that most people experience little to no side effects on this treatment. So I went into treatment thinking that I was going to feel fine. I was going to feel my normal self. I would maybe feel a little bit tired from what I understood. But it really wouldn't affect me, especially since I'm a pretty healthy person overall going into this, super health conscious. So I was feeling hopeful that I wouldn't really experience many side effects. After my second treatment, I got very, very sick, couldn't keep anything in my body, had severe nausea, diarrhea. I felt like I had a stomach virus for like 2 weeks straight. I was severely dehydrated. I lost a lot of weight, which I am only 5 feet tall, and I did not have the weight to lose. So I felt like I was just a skeleton at this point. I felt very weak because I couldn't keep calories in my body. I felt like there was something wrong with me. Why am I experiencing these side effects when most people don't? I was just confused. So I went to the oncologist's office and they gave me some fluids because I was so dehydrated. And the nurse that hooked me up to my IV and gave me the fluids was like, oh yeah, you're on Yervoy and Opdivo. This typically... That's a harsh combo, and people typically experience like really severe nausea. Well, I don't know if my oncologist didn't want to like scare me of the side effects. And I'm sure there is some sort of like psychological element to it that if somebody tells you like, oh, you're going to feel tired, you're going to feel sick to your stomach, you're going to start thinking about that and expect to feel that way. So then you're going to focus on it and you're going to start experiencing that. Like if somebody tells you like, oh, you're going to feel tired, you're going to start feeling tired. It's like a psychological thing. So I don't know if that was like why he told me that I shouldn't experience side effects. He didn't want to put that in my head. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure there are a plethora of reasons why doctors don't warn you of the side effects. So anyways, with that being said, we only did 2 rounds of those 2 drugs together rather than the 4 rounds I was supposed to have. And ever since then, I have been on just the Opdivo every 4 weeks. So that's what I'm currently on. And I will just kind of walk you through briefly the side effects that I have experienced. So here are what I would say are the top 5 side effects that I have experienced since just being on the Opdivo. Number 1, digestive issues. This can be waves of nausea. This can be bloating and gut issues. This can be loss of appetite, diarrhea. I'm sorry if it's TMI, but those are the digestive issues that I've experienced. Number 2, I feel weird saying number 2 after I just mentioned my diarrhea. Why am I this way? Number 2 is kind of a weird one, but dry mouth. I have had severe dry mouth since being on this Opdivo. I've never experienced that before. It's horrible and annoying. I hate it, especially when I'm running in the heat and having to like heavily breathe through my mouth. It's just disgusting. It can also cause tooth issues, tooth decay. It's horrible. Number 3, joint pain. I've always had a little bit of joint pain and issues with my knees, but ever since being on this treatment, I have experienced more severe hip pain. And could it be from other causes, not just the treatment? Yes, but joint pain is one of the more common side effects of immunotherapy treatment, or the specific drug that I'm on at least. So I'm going to say that probably plays a part in the joint pain that I'm having. Side effect number 4 that I have experienced, and this one, from what I understand, is a pretty common one on my treatment, but that is lung inflammation. And I have not experienced this too badly, and it used to be a lot worse. At one point, I went for a run one day, and it was almost as if I was having like an asthma attack. It was an easy part of my run, and it was an easy route that I've run many times, and it was not a difficult part of the route. I could not catch my breath, and it was absolutely horrifying. I, of course, brought that up to my oncologist. They said that lung inflammation can be a common problem. They prescribed me a steroid. I felt better, but since weaning from the steroid, I have experienced it at times, but not constantly. I definitely feel this like urge to cough at night, most nights. And I will start by saying too, at first I thought it was COVID when I started experiencing this shortness of breath, but come to find out it wasn't, and that it was a side effect of my treatment. Now, they have not seen lung inflammation on my most recent scans, but I only experience this shortness of breath and urge to cough sometimes. It's not constant. It's almost as if I have developed this like exercise-induced asthma, but it's manageable. It's not too bad. So obviously I can run through it now. So I just kind of have to watch myself, watch my heart rate. So number 5 is not something that affects my health per se, but it's just kind of one of those rare side effects that I have experienced. But if you look at, obviously you see my scar, that's from my original melanoma, but this patch of white skin, I noticed it shortly after being on this treatment, and I do self-tanner. Obviously, I don't get a real tan anymore because I have skin cancer. So I do use self-tanner pretty often, and I thought that I just like missed a spot with my self-tanner one day, and then time went on and it never went away. So It's just this weird patch that has completely lost its color. So it's a weird side effect, but that's one that I personally have experienced. So those are the 5 major side effects that I have experienced while being on immunotherapy treatments for my melanoma. So with all that being said, let's jump into race week again. You'll notice throughout this video and through my training that I will mention these side effects as they come up after treatment leading up to race day. So enjoy. It is Wednesday. I just had treatment yesterday and I have been feeling okay. Some of the side effects that come with immunotherapy a lot of times can be like digestive issues, and I have not experienced those yet, but normally those don't come like right after treatment. It normally takes a little while, either a few days later or a week later, so I just never really know when it's gonna hit me. But so far I've felt a little bit of fatigue, but not too bad. Another thing that I've noticed is like more joint pain. And I noticed on my last run that I was having some like back pain also, which I don't know if that's due to treatment or what, but anyways, with that being said, I just put Capri down for a nap. Kova's still at school, and this is typically the time that I take to do any sort of like strength training. I don't do it every day. I run every other day, and the days that I don't run, I try to do some sort of strength training workout. So yeah, I'm gonna try to focus on my core and my back since I was having some back pain on my last run. Just gonna keep working towards my goal and try to stay strong and prevent any sort of injuries leading up to race day on Saturday. It is Thursday, and yesterday there was really nothing to report. I did my strength training workout and I felt pretty good. I haven't felt super fatigued like I do at times, so I'm actually feeling pretty positive. This morning Capri and I are meeting a friend to go walk at the park and stretch our legs a little bit. So this is a good little warm-up. I do plan to go run this afternoon. It looks like we're gonna have some bad weather this afternoon, so I'm hoping I can make it out for a run before the rain starts, and hopefully we don't have any bad storms or anything that keeps me from running, because this will be my last run before my race on Saturday morning. Unfortunately, I have felt some mild bloating, nausea, and just digestive issues this morning. So I hope we do okay on our walk today and on my run this afternoon. But I'm just kind of used to it at this point, to be completely honest. Hopefully we will be all right. But yeah, we're gonna go walk, right?
Right.
Yeah. Do you know Mommy's gonna be in a race this weekend?
Poo-poo?
Yeah?
Yeah, poo-poo.
Do you know how far Mommy's gonna run?
So far.
So far?
And if you need to pee, you need to go in the woods.
That's true. Do you pee in the woods sometimes when we go hiking?
Yeah.
Do you like to trail run? Yeah? You're a good little trail runner. Oh my gosh. Okay. Say bye, everybody. See you later. Way to go, girlfriend. We need to put your helmet on, probably, if you're going to be doing stuff like that.
I want my helmet.
Yeah, let's go get your helmet.
It's so tight.
I like your one pinky toe hanging out the side. So cute. Go. Nice job. Okay. Whoa. Oh, big curb. Oh, whoa, whoa. Woohoo! Here, take a break. You're sitting by the egg. Cool. Very neat. Oh, are we racing? I can get you! I can get you! Ah! You win, you win. That was exhausting. You're so fast. We got home. I dropped the kids off with Nick and got changed to come out for my run this afternoon. And I don't know if it's the heat or what. I'm in denial that it's from treatment, but I'm sure that is why I'm feeling this way. But yeah, my digestive issues that I've mentioned, it starts with this like uncomfortable bloating feeling that just like brings these waves of nausea, and that's how I'm feeling right now. I am not feeling great, and I am not looking forward to running in the heat that already doesn't make you feel that great. But like I've mentioned before, I'm hoping that if I can just make myself get my body moving, then hopefully that'll make me feel better, and it'll distract me from thinking about feeling pretty cruddy. So this is my last run before my race on Saturday, so I'm gonna get it done. Yeah, so I will bring you along with me. I will keep you posted on how I'm feeling after my run. I'm struggling. Whew. It is hot. my goal was to run like 3 or 3.5 miles. That's what I did on Tuesday. And I ran like 2.5. So I am hiking up super steep trail. This is good training for me in case the course is super steep and I have to stop and walk. So it gives me hope that the race is at 8 a.m. on Saturday, so it'll be a little cooler, hopefully. But it is hot. What have I got myself into? I think I'm a glutton for punishment. I made it up to the top, and I'm not gonna lie, I feel there's a bug attacking me. I feel pretty weak in this moment right now, but I can look down that hill and see what I just climbed up when I didn't even want to take the first step on that climb. I wanted to be done, but I am gonna run down the hill, a slight jog, and I'll see you guys later. Obviously, my run today did not go super great, but there were positives to take away from today. My stomach held up just fine. I didn't feel 100%, but she made it through. My body has been through a lot, and I have to remind myself of that. I've been going through my treatment and going through this cancer journey for going on 2 years now, and sometimes I kind of forget, which seems crazy, but my treatments and things are so routine now that it's just like part of my life, and I kind of forget the impact it's having and what my body is going through. I am not just your average runner who is training for a 10K. Sometimes I'm in denial of my side effects from treatment because I just want it to be over, to be completely honest. Sometimes I get kind of fed up with it and I'm just kind of over it. I'm doing my best to stay positive, and maybe one of my coping mechanisms is denial. When I first started running and then shortly after received my cancer diagnosis, I remember having the conversation with my mom just about how things were happening and how my story was unfolding, and she made the comment that I feel like I will always remember, and it has stuck with me. But she told me before my race in 2020, my very first race, she said, I think that you have been training for more than just a 10K. Running came into my life exactly when I needed it there. It was my silver lining when I found out my cancer had spread to multiple places and that it was inoperable. It has been a coping mechanism. It has been not just strengthening me physically, but mentally. Everybody has their moments. They go through their struggles. And I am super grateful for the ones that I'm going through, because it's giving me a completely new outlook on life, and I intend to live my life to the fullest. And one day this is going to be a story from my past and something that I can share as part of my testimony, is something that God has done in my life and a way that He has changed me, and it will be a testimony of His miracles and how He has always stood by me and brought me through hardships. And He's done that all my life, not just through my cancer journey. One day it will be part of my story, and I can't wait. I can't wait for that day to come. And